Hi loves, it's Sean. How are you? And welcome to Shanda Says. It's Tuesday evening and I want to preface my video by saying I want you to watch my video after you watch the presidential debate. Okay? And I also hope that you are registered to vote. If you live in New Jersey, today was the last day for you to register to vote. So if you live in other areas, make sure you do that. Now, tonight's topic is going to be really heated in terms of opinion. Now, if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, you know that I posted the video of the bus driver and the young woman where, she gets on the bus, she's given mouth, she's given lip, she's being disrespectful, and out of that disrespect comes a reaction from the bus driver where he uppercuts her and punches her. I mean, it's just I'm losing words because I have to tell you, just watching that video bothered me on so many fronts. But let's start at the beginning with this video. When I posted the video on Facebook, I would say 90% of people felt that this young woman deserved what she got. Now, I wrote down her name. It's SHI'DEA Lane. She's 25. Initially, the report said that she was a teenager, but she is not a teen. She's actually 25 years old. The bus driver's name is ARTIS Hughes. He's 59, and he has been a bus driver for 22 years, okay? And he is put on suspension until I guess they figure out what's going to happen with him. And this happened in Cleveland, Ohio, and I believe it happened in September of this year. But I'm going to give you my opinion. What I love about Shanda Says, it's just my opinion. You guys are more than welcome, and I love it when you leave your comments and express your opinion. I love differences of opinion, and it gives us, food to go back and forth. So I'm going to tell you how I feel about this video. I will tell you that my way of thinking comes from a place of how I was brought up. And as you know, I often share how I was brought up. I was brought up in a very strict home. My parents, I always grew up with always respecting adults. There was never any form of disrespect that we were ever allowed to give any adult. And quite frankly, to this day, I'm still the hi, Mrs. whatever person. I just was brought up that way. Me and my siblings, we always had to do the Mr. and Mrs. So respect is huge for me and in my home, and especially with my children. So with that being said, this is a point of view coming from there. Now, I was disturbed. Let's start at the beginning of the video. What bothered me initially with the video was that this young lady was so comfortable talking this way to this bus driver. Again, she's 25. He's an older gentleman. You would expect that there would be a level of respect that she has for him, not only because of his age, but the fact that he is the bus driver. You are getting on his bus. He is in charge of that machine. So you have to come on, and you not always have to like people, but you got to be respectful. So that bothered me. The fact that she behaved that way, the fact that she spoke that way as a young woman. Look, as a woman, I don't ever want to see a young woman talk like that. It's just not cool. It's not cute. It's not handsome. It's not pretty. There's nothing sexy about a young woman talking like that at all. I don't care what you see on Basketball Wives or Housewives or whatever. It's not cute for a woman to behave in that aggressive manner and tone. Okay. That's her. When it comes to him, and when she is going off and saying she would do this to go get your mama and your whoever, whatever, when he starts going in and saying where he would get his granddaughter to fight her, or she looks like she'd been cut up, this is where he lost me. This is where he completely lost me. Because someone in his position, you have to know that when you work with the public, you're going to get all types of people. You're going to get that kind of personality. You're going to get people with mental health problems. You're going to get homeless people, whatever. You're dealing with all types of personalities. As a professional, you are in a position that you should know that, and there should be a protocol when it comes to someone coming on your bus and behaving in this manner. There should be a protocol on how you should act. So for me, in terms of him being a mature person, having this job for 22 years, as soon as it got to a level of disrespect, in my eyes, he should have pulled that bus over and announced to the people on that bus, I have to pull over for the safety of you passengers and myself. I have to pull this bus over. The next call should have been dispatched to, I guess, his superiors, whoever he calls into, or whatever, or police, to have her removed from that bus. Because to go back and forth with her, mind you, she's much younger. You're already saying that she's like your granddaughter's age. So you already know what you're dealing with. We come, this day and age, teenagers and younger people, I'm not saying it's a blanket statement. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that all young people behave this way. But what I'm saying is there's some people in this generation that don't feel that they should respect adults or older people. They just don't feel that. So for me, as the older person, the person that's been in a job for 22 years, the person that should know how to deal with the public, you should have pulled that bus over. You should have requested her to get off the bus. And if she did not listen, you should have dispatched to your superiors and or to the police to get her physically removed from that bus. But to engage into an argument with the young lady that you already know she's being mad disrespectful. You already see the kind of young person that you're dealing with. To me, this is where he lost me. As a professional and as an older gentleman, he should have never engaged into an argument with this young lady. Now, I could not tell from the camera, and maybe you guys can fill in the blanks for me in the comments. It is alleged that she spit on him or that she hit him. I did not see that. I could tell that there's a part grainy to me where she did something. Now, at this point, with the level of disrespect she's given him with her mouth, and then with the level of if she did spit on him or if she did physically accost him, he really should have already pulled that bus over. But here's my thing. For you to get up and come out of character, and 22 years of your job is on the line, and not just you, because whatever you do affects your family, your wife, your kids, your household, your mortgages, your car payments, everything. You allowed that young woman to put you in a position to lose everything. So you take it upon yourself and you uppercut her. And basically, like she said, a Mortal Kombat move. And you punch this woman in her face. Listen to me, people. Please listen to me. So many of you feel, and I don't want to cry about it, but so many people, it bothers me that so many people feel that it's okay for a grown adult man of his age to think it's okay to put his hand on a woman that way, that he was justified. That is not okay. In a situation that can become volatile, as we saw, there has to be an adult that does not let it get to that level. It was up to him to have his bus under control. And when he saw that that young woman was going to a level of disrespect, endangering him driving that bus, endangering the lives of those people on that bus, he should have pulled that damn bus over. I do not negate, nor do I accept her behavior as a young woman. She's got to get herself together. You cannot behave that way, because God knows this is the kind of thing that can happen. Is it okay? It's not okay. You got to think of it this way. If we live in a society that allows tit for tat or quid pro quo or he was justified, put it this way, what if it was your sister, your mother? Would you have felt the same if it was a white man that had punched her in her face? Whatever color, it could have been Barney, the bus driver. He could have been purple dinosaur sitting up there. I can't accept that it is okay for his grown self, 22 years of experience in dealing with the public, that you do that. And for you to say you want to act like a man, then you're going to get treated like a man. Here's my thing. I'm your wife, and I see you do this to some young woman. It's all over the internet. What are you doing at home? What are you doing at home? I'm going to tell you, that's where my mind went. As a woman, and see, I've dealt with a man punching me in my face, spitting in my face. So to me, a man that is comfortable enough, I don't care what she did. You comfortable enough to uppercut a woman in her face like that and choke her and damn near slam her off the bus. There's a problem there. Second part of this is, should he lose his job? Should he lose his pension? Should he lose the 22 years of service based on this one incident? I don't think he should. What I do think, I think he needs to retire right now. Because clearly, your 22 years has gotten you to a level that you can't deal, and your reaction to this situation is this, then it's time for you to come off the road. Because I can't trust, if I'm ever on a bus and someone is acting crazy, that you don't know the right frame of mind to pull that bus over, and though it may inhibit people getting to where they need to go for a time being, I'd rather him do that than me see and witness a 59-year-old man uppercut and punch a young woman in her face. Many of you will feel that she got what she deserved. I can't say that I live my life in that manner. You know, I don't want to think ever that it's ever okay as a woman that I'm going to okay a man of his age and his experience on the job to allow that to happen. Can I say that, say he was a 27-year-old bus driver, younger man, maybe not that much experience, maybe a little more hot-headed. Could I see a man doing that? I probably could, quicker than someone of his age and experience on the job. I still don't like it. And again, many of you will say, Sean, listen, she did what she did. Oh, well, you have every right to your opinion. But I really want to convey to you people, to you guys, that, especially women, I want you to understand there is never a time that is okay for a man to put his hands on you. Ever. Because when we get to a society that allows that and justifies that, then that means that grows off into something else, and then that grows off into morphing into something else. And then before you know it, it's just a wild society with no boundaries. Does Miss SHI'DEA Lane need to check herself? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going on record, I don't condone her mouth. I don't condone anything she did. Because had she been my daughter, I probably would have beat her ass myself. But I'm her mama doing it. But I just cannot condone a person of his age and of his years on the job to go back and forth in an argument, to go back and forth and fueling her behavior even more, and then punching her like that. Listen, all over Twitter in different areas, I've seen jokes where people think this is funny. Guys, it's not funny. This is serious. This is serious. If you look at the world today, so much needs to be changed. We have to come to a level of respect for each other. We may not like people. That's just what it is. Everybody's not going to rock with us, and everybody's not going to behave the way we wish them to behave. Short of you, to me, short of you protecting yourself. Maybe that's the way people look at it. He was protecting himself. I don't know. But I can tell you, when I watched that video, it put chills to me. And I tried to watch it again to kind of glean if what she did to him, and I just couldn't watch it. I burst out in tears. I got weepy on here. I just can't condone what he did. But anyway, I love you guys. Please leave me your comments. Don't forget to vote. Whoever you vote for, just make sure your voice is heard, because look, you don't vote. What can you really say? You had your chance to make a difference and you didn't. So anyway, I love you. I'm going to go look at Barack. He is my choice. Let's see if he does his thing. I don't know. I hope so. I love you guys. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.